Welcome back to Sanhok for a 1 o'clock to 7 o'clock plane path for game number 3. This is the PUBG Reddit end of season tournament. We are duoing it up. We'll see how many of these teams opt to jump early and go to Paradise Resort, Cow, or Tatmok. It looks like Ronnie, Cray, and Donsel might actually be going for Cow very early on, and they are going to be the only players to do so. They're the guys that we want to be watching, because they are by far and away out in front of the leaderboard at the moment. They are doing incredibly well, Halal team. Elsewhere, a couple of teams going boot camp. Lots of people running off to the east. 2 teams into Hatin. And it looks like just 1 team going ruins. Chagua and Stifle are going to be very happy about that. Nobody going Sanmi at the end of the plane path. But potentially people long shooting to Kampong or similar. Mega Joe Master looking like they're going to be dropping very close to another team here. Who is that? That is Duck and Falco. Oh me, oh my. Sergo and Mega Joe Master are in for a fight very early on. Let's see what Duck can do here. Sergo already looking out for Falco. He can hear him. He's got the QBU. He hasn't got a sight on it yet. It's iron sights at the moment. Thinks he's further to the right than he actually is. Spots him on top of the crate. He'll be messaging that information to Jones. Takes the first couple of shots. Falco misses. Oh, and we have a very hard northern shift at the moment for this circle. Lots of action going on in boot camp. Savvy Cat needing to resurrect Hinky by the looks of things. Shiro and Banana extremely close by. I feel like a quicker resurrect is better than a slower one here. Falco takes out Mega Joe Master. Is Duck still alive, actually? Banana with a spray through the window. Now rushing towards Savvy Cat and Hinky. They technically won the fight the first time around. Can they win the second as well? Banana being very aggressive. Paishiro using his view from the second floor there to try and help his teammate out. It looks like they're retreating further into the building. Yeah, and sadly, Duck and Falco both alive. Mega Joe Master going down and out. Only Sergo left alive of their team. His Khan firing some long-range shots onto some Saint. That is iron sights on the AK. Katie, couple of shots in anger, but some Saint managing to get the headshot with the Car 98 there. Genghis Khan goes down like a sack of potatoes. Down but not out, though. There will be opportunity to resurrect. This is Kampong. Looks a little bit like Painan in terms of the buildings. Oh, plays, gets habitual. In the stairwell, actually, and it looks like he manages to take out both. That is Crash the System out very early on. Great play from Plays and the Gecko Kids. Yoku managing to get resurrected as well, meaning that they will have 2 players here. Crucial for their point standards. Now moving very close. I think this is Gabby's gang here at boot camp. Is indeed. Casey quite far away, but has the potential to flank onto Genghis Khan. He needs to cross the bridge to rejoin some Saint. Will successfully do so. Genghis Khan has no visual on her just yet. Oh, another couple of seconds and he might have done. These are all ifs, buts, and maybes at this point. Mabare spots that they're both there. Going to vault into the next building along. I think that's a very sensible decision. Gavis gang. Katie running around the outside. Might actually have visibility there. Never mind. Samsei comes around the side with the QBZ, sorry, to begin with. And Katie finishing off Genghis Khan with the AK. Meaning that we have got Quack Ball. I beg your pardon. We have got a PG Friendly finishing off the team there. Oh, this is a sad sight. Scratch and sniff. Newt and Direwolf. Only Direwolf left, and they're going up against Paisnan in Camp Charlie right now. Very, very close by. Even with the extra visibility offered by third person, it's such a difficult position for Direwolf to play. He can look, but can he touch? He's got no armor on, I don't believe. Just a level 2 helmet. Got the M4 as well. Just trying to get as wide a field of vision as possible. Sees that they're running away. Don't forget, Paishiro doesn't have to engage here. They're fairly confident. Oh, hang on a second. Avengers Army definitely got that crate. That crate has been looted. Let's check out what it was. Has Avengers Army got a crate weapon in his inventory? Let's find out. That's a UMP. No, that's a UMP and either a barrel or a QBZ. I can't see. What about Hugo? What has Hugo got? Hugo has an AK and... Is that a... That's not a Mark 14, is it? No, it's a QBU. It's got the tripod. No, hang on. Might be the Mark 14. Or is that an AUG? I think Avengers might have an AUG. A little bit hard to tell. The image I'm getting is slightly grainier than the one you guys are seeing on stream. Yeah, it is the Mark 14. There we go. So these guys... Going to be moving further into the circle. Very happy with their luck so far. No one's in Paradise Resort, actually. So they're going to have a pretty easy time for the next couple of minutes. Jonesy and Coldy in Camp Bravo. And we've got You Go, Jonesy. Getting very close to Jonesy 343. Battle of the Jonesies on the cards here. Slightly later on. But generally speaking, the teams are quite well spread out. Direwolf managing to sneak by. Does Paishiro and Banana suspect he's there? This is in the open. Looking out to the right-hand side. Can he see Paishiro? Not quite. They're by the bridge, and I don't think they're looking for him right now. So Direwolf will be able to live to fight another day. Where else have we got action going on? It's actually relatively civil, this game number 3. Maybe this third-person peeking thing isn't as bad as we thought. Donsel and Ronnie Cray. Oh, so dangerous, moving towards these compounds. Now, this is where the game can get very, very tricky. Because obviously someone can see you coming and at the last minute, engage. And of course, these guys, they don't mind engaging at the last minute. They're ridiculously good anyway. But the point is, you don't want to put yourself up against them in that situation, really. This is Young Savage and Okyu as well, holding this compound very close to where they are. They're eyeing it up. Yep, they've seen people are there. Ronnie Cray. We know how sick he is with that QBU. He's got the 6 times on it. They're looted up. They're ready. An M24 and M4 for Donsel as well. If these guys want to attack, everyone knows they mean business. Young Savage and Okyu. Yeah, they're going to now. Shots onto Okyu. Ronnie Cray takes him down immediately. Young Savage knows who the squad is. This is going to be problematic. Speculative frag grenade coming out. Won't hit its mark, unfortunately. He needs a very good smoke and an underarm throw to Okyu if he wants to have any chance of reviving his teammate. Okyu is going to be taken out again by Ronnie Cray with that QBU. Oh, Young Savage can barely get a quarter of a second without getting shot at the moment. And Halal Team pushing it onto Paisnan. 2 very strong teams, but Halal Team doing so well today. Cannot be denied. They have the option to push in even closer. And I get the feeling that's what they're going to do. They don't want to hang around here for too long. The more they hang around here, the more it attracts attention. They want to be able to kill this guy. And then move into the compound and decide on their next move. A little bit of a wider flank coming in from Donsel. Buying Ronnie Cray a little bit of time to go around the edge. It looks like they have good flank on now as well. We appear to have switched away to watching someone camp for a little bit. And Donsel is going to finish off the kill onto Young Savage. This will allow Halal Team to go back into this compound, decide on their next move there. We're 10 minutes into the game, and it's a minute and a half before anyone has to move. They're inside the circle. Anyway, Paradise Resort, now occupied by 2 different teams. We have hashtag Bandan 2018 who we haven't seen too much airtime for. And the Savvy Cats. And they are out in the open right now. Bandan, the only sloth and wizard hat, looking for an opportunity to shoot. Must have seen it. First shot fired. Oh dear, and the barrel defeats Wizard Hat, unfortunately. The only sloth takes out Hinky, though. It's a 1v1 Savvy Cat on the bottom. The only sloth up top, immediately reviving Wizard Hat. Hinky still crawling to safety. Savvy Cat hasn't actually got the revive off yet. So temporarily a 2v1. Frag going out. It's good. That's Hinky going down. Savvy Cat goes down as well. And Bandan 2018 will get that squad wipe. Very, very nice grenade to start that off. I believe that was by the only sloth after resurrecting Wizard Hat. Doing incredibly well. Some Saint and Katie trying to sneak their way in between compounds by the looks of things. I don't think they're going to encounter anyone. I don't feel like they're going to run towards a compound. And we now watch Direwolf of Scratch and Sniff. If you remember correctly, he was being very, very stealthy earlier on, trying to avoid Paishiro and co. Successfully doing so, but now he has a flyover country to worry about. And on the other side, he still has Paisnan. So we're going to be playing a little bit of a sneaky game here. He is still in a squad sandwich. And whoa, another hard shift north. Ronnie, Cray, and Donsel must be wondering what they did to be this lucky. Now, mind you... Never mind, there goes Direwolf. Banana does get him in the end. Mind you, what they've done so far and the position they're in so far has almost nothing to do with luck. They've been doing tremendously well, but they basically haven't had to move the entire game. Donsel and Ronnie Cray will have a lot of company shortly, though. We're down to 15 teams now here in the PUBG Reddit Custom Games End of Season Tournament. This is game number 3 of 4 on Sanhok. Team Pokemon moving up through the top there. Team 16 slightly southward. The old sneaky bastards have done quite well. But Jonesy has eyes on them both. Penguin Sniper and Airtree have almost no opposition until they get to Donsel and Ronnie Cray as well. Penguin and Austin playing their own game nice and quiet down the southern edge of the circle. You know what this means, though? This means that a lot of teams are going to come from outside the edge of the circle very late on. Because it looks like there's only 4 or 5 teams right now. Guys, there are 15 teams left alive. Falco and Duck over on the west. And Ghost praying very hard that they go away and do not spot him. Now going to sneak away very slowly. I don't think Duck spotted him. Ghost is going to take the opportunity to start running. Just having to wait until they're properly out of sight. Oh, Falco doing another peek around. Ghost hasn't been seen. Keeps going. Duck and Falco, though, very careful when they're moving around. Airtree sees a roof. Airtree lands on a roof. This could be problematic. Ronnie Cray and Donsel very close by. They must have heard that. Can't not. Cat on a hot tin roof. These guys think they're alone in the compound. They're really, really not. Pokemon, very close by as well. Coldy with a headshot from the SLR, I believe, onto DeSanta. Don't think there's enough open space, or rather there's too much open space for them to rush on through there. Ronnie Cray might be trying a little bit of a flank. He's outside of the compound. Oh, hang on a second. We head back to take a look at Ghost. I think Falco might have spotted that they're being followed by someone. That's not ideal. Mr. Penguin Sniper, though, taking out Ronnie Cray with the QBU. So Ronnie Cray trying to get out of the buildings. That was the wrong decision there. Donsel with a headshot using the M24 onto Airtree. Penguin Sniper will no doubt retreat with him back towards the safety of behind those houses and get that resurrect off. But Donsel without Ronnie Cray, who only has 1 kill this game. They're in the lead, though. They can afford to drop points. They just don't want to drop them. And here comes some Satan Casey. Coldy pushing in. Excellent nade onto Raja. Will be able to finish off that kill. He's still got half the job to do, though. Oh, pardon me. That's just the knock. Opening the door once again to Santa. Guarding the way. Jonesy in with the frag. On the other side, that was a beautiful nade to Santa and Raja, both going down. And that is a victory for Team Dada. Coldy and Jonesy absolutely tearing it up this game. Changhua spotting Hugo. Not sure what to do about it, though. Avengers Army is close by. He's going to have to make a run for it and hope he won't get seen. Oh, he very, very gets seen. Oh, no, he's in the blue. Hugo kills Changhua before the blue can do his job for him. Some say down to Donzel. Now, remember, Donzel is on his own right now. Where's Katie? Oh my, but third party does Air Tree. Finishes the kill there. Gonna heal up before trying to get back to his teammate. Mr. Penguin Sniper is resurrectable. And Jesus, this next circle. North and north and north and north. Absolutely relentless for the teams that spawned on the bottom half of the map right now. Hugo is down. Banana and Paishiro, a pair still, looking for Avengers Army. Banana flanking around the left-hand side. I don't actually think Avengers has spotted him yet. He hasn't, and gets the shot in the noggin by Banana. That is it. Paisnan wiping out Ban for Dan. Hashtag Ban for Dan, more precisely. Do we still have hashtag BanDan 2018, though? There are two teams. Yes, we do. There are two teams wanting to ban Dan. Bandana. Team Bandana. Jonesy in the smoke now, giving away his position. His Team Dada looking for a way to rotate in. Jonesy kills Hugo Jonesy. He wins the Battle of the Jonesies. It's official. We've been waiting for it to happen all evening. And it has now occurred. Team Pokemon. Right on the end of the cliff, meanwhile, you can see on the minimap there. Jonesy being relentless. I mean, they need to kill these guys so that they actually have safe passage. The Moose Hoofs. Skadarn, the only person left alive. That's a great nade. It just needed to go slightly further. Jonesy fires one of those off again. He'll be in a great position to win this firefight. That should allow Jonesy to move up if he wanted to. Coldy with the SKS in the distance, providing covering fire. Jonesy continuing to move in. A little bit relentless in the hunting. Has to be a bit more careful because of the third person, but Coldy will be in his ear, telling him exactly where he can go and when. I feel like Coldy could have pushed in a little bit more there. Looks like he's backing off now. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. It was definitely a winnable fight. That is a very speculative shot from the only sloth. Hashtag BanDan 2018 trying to get themselves higher up on the kill board as well. Banana getting very close to them. Wizard Hat must know this. Wizard Hat one with that bush. Wizard Hat was one with that bush. He's gone. The only sloth now. Very nicely done. Very clinical. Paishiro finishing him off from a different angle. 1 minute until the next circle finally centers in on land. What a journey it's been for all of the teams on the southern side of the map that have had to rotate up. It's game number 3. Donzel's still alive, remember, as we get into our top 9 teams. That's important because Halal's on top of the standings thing stat. I swear Airtree should have gotten that down. But maybe not. Yoku is down from Penguin Sniper. Airtree trying to finish up the squad kill. And those shots do not ring true, although I swear the first shot should have made contact. Outside the next circle is Jonesy. Skadarn spots him. Coldy's a lot closer. He might go for the CQB. A lot closer. Coldy gets him. That's what we were talking about. And there goes team number 19. The Moose Hoofs are out of the game, courtesy of Dada, who continue to move forth. I think they need to keep rotating towards north, though. They don't want to come to me. Here's my Shiro. Oh, Donsel, you beast! Shiro and Banana in quick succession. Me, oh my, Halal Team and Paisnan, they were at each other's throats for quite a while today. And Donsel puts a full stop at the end of that sentence. You can say, oh my goodness. Very nicely done. Donsel survives. Halal Team now in the top 7, despite being one person for the majority of this game. Jonesy and Coldy moving up onto him, though. Electing on to rotate further north. Pokemon taking a few shots onto them. Very tense now for Donsel. He knows someone's there, but I don't think Jonesy and Coldy got close enough for him to know exactly where. Smokes out. He spots Jonesy. Don't think Jonesy must have spotted him as well. Yeah, he must have done. Doesn't know if he's one person or in a team, though. Will he know that that's Donsel, and would he have been paying enough attention to know that earlier on Ronnie Cray died? Early on in the game. Could have done. All the information is there, but he would have had to retain it for quite a while doing everything else, and recall it now. Spots plays. Couple of whiff shots with the QBU while standing up. Of course, when crouched or preferably prone, the QBU, significantly less recoil. Penguin Sniper joining the fight now. Looks like the southeastern quadrant of this next circle is absolutely rampacked full of people. Penguin Sniper taking some great shots in Jonesy's direction. And this is why I think they should have rotated further north. I feel like this fight isn't something Team Dada needs right now, when they had the option to just rotate north and be nice. Oh, Donsel with an excellent frag grenade. Oh my god. M4 to follow it up, finishing off Jonesy. Donsel has been an absolute beast. Spots Coldy. Gets Coldy. Donsel, see ya later. Woo! With the sniper rifles, Donsel and Ronnie Cray. M24 and the QBU. These guys are popping off. Absolutely superb play here from the Halal team. There's a reason they won the first 2 games. And they're in the final 6 with 1 player in the 3rd game. Donsel has now squad wiped 2 squads on his own. Falco and Duck, though, are forced to be reckoned with, rotating in from the north. Penguin Sniper and Airtree, the only other team in the southeastern quadrant of the circle, making their way slowly towards Donsel. Maybe Donsel will try and warn them off. I don't know. A couple of good nades as well can potentially make sure that they stay away. Very difficult to do that. Rotating in towards the house where, you know, someone can be peeking from around the corner. Duck and Falco checking to see if anyone is in these compounds. He gets shot from very far away, though. Oh, my goodness. And that's Team Pokemon. Duck on a sliver of health. He'll be thanking his lucky stars that he's able to get behind the rock and heal. I'm not sure I would have taken those shots if I was Team Pokemon. I'm really not. Because they're further north. And I would love to find out what their plan is for getting into the circle now. A couple more nades coming out. Acapulco feeling the shutter from that better than Poco. Taking some damage and needing to heal up behind a tree. Their rotation into the circle is now going to be bad times indeed. We need a quick knock from this car 98. Do we get it? No, it hits the rock close to them, unfortunately. Otherwise, Duck would have been Duck on toast. We try again. Take 2. Falco off to the right-hand side. Duck behind that left-inmost rock. I think he knows that better than Poco has that car 98 that is ready. He's peaking a little bit less now than he was before. In the meantime, Airtree and Penguin Sniper very close to the middle of the circle, and Mimi and Ruru managing to rotate in. They're going to get very close to them indeed, as Airtree spotted them. 4 times spray! Doesn't work. Grenade coming on out. Falco gets the knock onto Acapulco. Two fights happening at the same time. Duck trying to rotate in. And Lil G gets the frag knock onto Air Tree. Team Pokemon goes completely down. We return to Penguin Sniper. Team Pokemon out of the game. Penguin Sniper gets wiped out. And once again, Lil G. Hashtag MVP here. 4 kills in this game so far. Mimi and Ruru finally getting that kind of placement that they wanted. 4 teams and 6 alive. There are 2 single players here, and they are Donsel and Plays. You've got Duck and Falco, and we have Lil G and Jinx. Jinx will be incredibly happy she's in this position. Jinx, a very, very strong and a very aggressive player as well. So on Sanhok, you're used to her getting into these fights early, which is great. But even if she's 80% to win all of these fights, you can go through 4 or 5 squads before getting into the 3rd or 4th circle. And I think that's why they haven't really been getting these top 5 finishes as often as they would like. But this time around in Game 3, I feel like Jinx and Lil G have hit some really nice formula. Because they're being very aggressive. Lil G, again, is being incredibly clutch. And it's difficult to out-clutch Jinx. She's a really good player. But Lil G is doing it at the moment. And they've got both players alive. And there are only 6 people in total. Very good job so far. And now we play a circle game. And this circle game dictates that those 2 little huts that you see on the left-hand side of your screen are the only ones that are going to be in this next circle. Donsel and Plays are both going to have to move. Plays will have to move before Donsel. This could be critical. Donsel wants everyone else in these compounds to leave before he has to. And he must know that someone else rocked up next door. He's got to know. Plays just in that shack. Donsel does not want to get third-partied from the hills. Completely understandable, but he's got someone a lot closer that he has to worry about. Duck and Falco, relatively scot-free access into the next circle after killing off Pokemon, of course. Here comes Donsel. Oh, no, and he's going to be third-partied. Plays 100% sees him. There's no way he can't. Chooses not to make a sound yet, or maybe that footstep was enough to give him away. Oh, I think it was. Donsel knows. He's like, dude, let's play a game. Nice, that was a smoke grenade as well. Donsel finishes Plays. Notice how he threw it underarm so that he could only hear the noise rather than see the shape of the grenade, and threw it underneath the hut as well. Great play from Donsel, faking out his opponent with the smoke grenade and getting the kill. Team Halal, or Halal team, apologies, now in the top 3. But he's in with 2 full teams. We have team number 4, Mimi and Ruru. And we also have Duck and Falco. Quackor. Almost saw Donsel off in the distance there. Very close to spotting him. Donsel's found one of the huts. I think he's going to take it. It's a pretty good third-person vantage point here, I'm not going to lie. Jinx could rotate round south if she wanted to. She could be the biggest threat to Donsel. And same thing back, really. Donsel can be the biggest threat to Jinx because he can third party if Jinx gets into a fight with Duck and Falco. Both of these are playing into Duck and Falco's hands. Donsel can't really third party them unless he goes around the north side of the hut, which does leave him quite open. It's possible for him to do that, but it's less likely than him turning around and shooting Jinx, who is slightly closer to him as well, so there'll be louder shots and therefore more attractive for Donsel to shoot at. We'll see what happens, though. Both of these teams could rotate into entirely different positions, or Donsel could make the decision to take out the team that's further away first. We'll see. Lots of peeking going on as the circle is about to complete. 5 seconds until we see where the next circle lies. This is Phase 6. You're watching the PUBG Reddit end of season tournament, and the next circle almost completely donuts. Just about gets a glimpse of Duck's shack. Lil G is spotted by Falco. Only a tree for company. Lil G not in a good position. Probably needs to use a smoke. Donsel has not been seen by anyone just yet. Duck trying to provide some additional coverage. Won't spot anyone from that team, but is close to seeing Donsel. Donsel already in the next circle. Hopping out of the shack at the first available opportunity. Doesn't want to be making any noise. Duck has the highest chance of seeing him. That level 3 backpack in the grass. If he's attentive enough, he can see it. But it's so difficult to spot at the best of times. 20 seconds till we see the shrink. Lil G is in a horrific position right now. Jinx trying to get the knock. Not so that he can complete the kill, but if she can, that would be great. Just so that her teammate can actually get out from his position. Lil G running now, using the running jump. Falco wasn't prepared for it. Lil G gets a little bit closer. And now runs for it. Not where Falco's looking anymore. Lil G has made it. But he's so close to Donsel right now. Shots getting fired. I couldn't 100% tell from who. I think it was from Donsel onto Jinx, but I can't be sure. Or if an extended mag is on Duck, that would have been on him. Who has the silencer? I think it's Donsel. It is Donsel. 5 players and 3 teams left alive. A lot of points on offer here. Donsel doing incredibly well. Top team now in 3rd place in game number 3. We were saying how consistency was the name of the game. Who was going to be the team liquid of 1st and 3rd person? Well, I'll tell you what. Halal team has certainly done that so far. Donsel playing this out masterfully from a strategic point of view. Duck and Falco, though, still in a very strong position. Underlined by the fact that Duck got a first shot headshot onto Jinx there. She goes down. Without the smokes, I think if Lil G had smokes earlier, he would have used them to get out from behind that tree, which, to be fair, they managed to get out of anyway, which is great. Don't think there's a smoke coming out for Jinx right now to resurrect her. A little bit too taxing on the resources there for Mimi and Ruru. Lil G still being patient. Donsel arguably being even more patient. Letting all of this play out. He spots Falco. Knows what tree he's behind. Hasn't seen Duck yet. Duck is so close to being able to spot him as well, but not quite. Lil G on the very edge of the circle. 30 seconds remaining. Jinx bleeding out, and there's really not much you can do about it. Donsel deciding to chuck a nade into the mix just for the lulz. Nearly gets to Falco. Another 10 meters, and that could have been not fun. But he's actually closer to the circle than Duck and Falco right now. Duck getting the finishing touch onto Jinx. I thought that might have been her teammate there, but it's not. Lil G still alive. Couple of smokes getting chucked out now by Duck. Shielding their east side. They're going to be able to rush into the circle. Donsel can't see very much. He could have used the opportunity to move closer, but he barely has anything to hide behind once he gets over the crest of this hill. Lil G goes down. That's Mimi and Ruru out. It's now 2v1. Full auto spray from Donsel. Misses. Falco knows where he is now. Duck on the flank. 2v1. Difficult at the best of times. Sees the edge of Falco. Duck gets closer and closer. Next tree. Doing well. That's the vector kill. And Falco and Duck, ladies and gentlemen. Team number 9, Quack Core, will take the victory in game number 3. But can we please have hats off for Donsel getting 7 kills together with Ronnie Cray, doing an incredible job, the Halal team. First, and second in these 3 games. I think they might actually be unstoppable now for a podium place, possibly for first place. We'll have to do some tallying up of the points and let you know whether that is mathematically true or not. They have played an incredible tournament. Mimi and Ruru take a very deserved 3rd place with 4 kills, playing an excellent strategic game into the final circle. We've had some brutal rotations, but we've also had some equally brilliant plays. I'm Jarasar, your observer is SamWalton. You are watching the PUBG Reddit end of season custom games, and we will be back right after this break. We're going to try and get the next game started in 10 minutes or so. See you soon.